So this book has been such a long time coming. I think I sat down with Junior and we said we were going to do it 5 years ago coming up. We recorded it 4 years ago. Um, Obviously, it was put back for certain things. But anyway, it is out on March the 10th. So you can now pre-order it. So I'm going to, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put the link in the bio. And if you're watching this on the Junior Witter page, it will be below this video. You can pre-order it. $7.95 for the Kindle. Paperback it'll be probably about 6 weeks after that, maybe the back end of April. But The Avoided, the closing of the name, 90,000. I think it's kicking off 90,000 words. Johnny Nelson did the foreword, and it's basically the story of a guy who completed it all. Everything in the field he chose. Boxing, professional boxing, completed it. There was nothing else to do. Maybe bar and get the big fights, but wasn't his fault. And he obviously chased a lot, and he was avoided, seriously avoided. And I personally think that was down to, a quote from when he boxed Andrei Kotelnik, who was obviously a world champion. I think it was Andrei Kotelnik at that point was chasing the European championship, and he said, of all the people I got was Junior Witter. And he from 2000 he's obviously lost to Zab Judah, and then obviously straight after that 15 fights, 15 wins, 15 knockouts, cleaned up domestically, British, Commonwealth, European, and was knocking on a door. He was Mayweather's number one mandatory. Mayweather gave up his title in 2006. Yeah, he jumped up to fight De La Hoya. But Junior had, he should have had the fight with Mayweather in 2006. But there was another couple of times that he had the Mayweather fight, but it was just too early for him. I think it was 2002 and maybe 2004. But Junior, it's all Junior's words, and he just tells the whole story of the ups and the downs and the skullduggery and the away from the glamour of the Sky Sports. And certainly there's a lot of things that happens in professional boxing that the world are not really aware of. Anyway, it is coming out March 10th. Again, pre-order. You can buy it, pre-order it now, $7.95 via Amazon. And we're going to get this book out in March, and then we're going to start making the Junior Witter documentary, The Avoided, again. There's no other title to describe Junior Witter's career, in my opinion. I didn't come up with that as well. Junior did. I would love to. When we were talking about names and that, he suggested it, and I said, that's it. That's because he was. And I think when people read, also as well, I'd like to think that when people read this, he's a lot nicer character than the world think. Very funny when I announced this. I was doing this book about, just trying to think, 5 years ago, maybe 4.5-ish. And I was like, yeah. And then one of the people were like, oh my God, the world's most hated author is writing the book of the world's most hated fighter. And he's not. I actually am a bit of a knobhead. Junior's a nice guy. He just pretended to, sorry, the dogs are, behave. The Junior just had to, sometimes, like Al Capone said in life, please and thank you doesn't cut the mustard. And he had to be the way he was to get fights, or at least try to get him. Saying things like, oh, Ricky, please let me box you and all this. It just, do you know what I mean? He couldn't match Ricky's being liked, and nobody could. That's in the history of certainly British boxing. Dogs. Anyway, after you think kind of how loved Hatton was, then you're probably thinking of Manny Pacquiao in where he's from, and certainly, as I think I've said loads of times, that Henry Cooper was adored, Bruno was loved, but Ricky was just, so he did what he did, try and get the fight, and it never come off. But listen, it's Junior's got a story, and it's all wrapped up, and it's all ready to hit the public, hit the shops, hit Amazon, hit wherever, eBay, all these kind of things. So yeah, but anyone who wants to pre-order it now, as I said, we've got a couple of pre-orders already. Click on the link, and buy it $7.95. Not bad for a Kindle. And yeah, this has been a long time coming, but eventually we've got there in the end. So The Avoided, Junior Witter, what's it about? The clues in the name.